What is up everybody, it's your boy Cameron Bash here and welcome back to the Movement Channel. Today, we're coming at you guys with another WWE 2K22 video, where in this one, we're going to be going over everything that we know about the pinning system in WWE 2K22, which at this point in time, is pretty much everything that we need to know to explain it to you fully, so let's jump right into it. So I'm sure if you're playing these games, you're already well aware of what a pinfall is, but for the few out there that may not be, a pin is one of the conditions in which you can win a wrestling match by pressing your opponent's shoulders to the mat for a count of 3 seconds. In WWE 2K22, the way you pin your opponent while they are on the ground is by pulling down on the right analog stick, whether on Xbox or PlayStation. This is updated from the circle button, which has been the case for the last few WWE 2K games. It has not yet been confirmed which action must be performed in order to execute a leverage pin move, but seeing as the controls simply say right stick down for pin and doesn't specifically mention being on the ground, we may be able to assume that leverage pin can be performed with this same action, although take that with a grain of salt at this time. When you are being pinned by your opponent, by default in WWE 2K22, you'll enter into a button mashing minigame. At this point in time, you'll mash the bottom of your face buttons, so X on PlayStation and A on Xbox, until you manage to kick out. This is updated from how it has worked throughout the entire WWE 2K franchise, which up until now has been a timed button press minigame. Now, in response to the news that the game would be going down the route of having a button mashing minigame, many players within the community became concerned, ourselves included, that this would exclude a portion of the player base who suffer with disabilities that prevent them from being able to button mash. Well, in response to that, thanks to Revolution aka L on Twitter, 2K has said that there will be an alternative method with timed button pressing events, so gamers with disabilities will be able to change this in the game options to suit their personal preference. I'm very happy to hear that 2K have managed to get both options in the game, as this is definitely a win for the wider WWE Games community. With that then, the time button pressing event will work pretty much exactly the same as it has in WWE 2K20 and all the games that came before it, where you'll be presented with a circle or bar where you'll have to hit the X or A button when the meter reaches a certain target area in order to kick out of the pin attempt. While getting pinned by your opponent, regardless of the kick out option that you have chosen, you'll also have 2 more options to escape from the pin attempt. The first is an ability returning from previous WWE games called Rope Break, where if you're getting pinned near the ropes, you'll be able to press the circle button on PlayStation or the B button on Xbox to cause your player to grab the rope, which in turn will give you a high chance of the ref seeing your rope break, which will cause him to break up the pin. Secondly to that, you have a new feature in WWE 2K22, but it works in a very similar way to an old feature from previous WWE games called Resiliency. Resiliency allowed you to kick out of a pinfall automatically with a press of a button. That same ability is coming back in WWE 2K22, only it's no longer a separate payback that you need to select for your character. Now instead, you simply press your right bumper, and if you have 2 stocks in your special meter, you'll automatically kick out, just like how Resiliency worked. So, that's how the pin system works in WWE 2K22. Before we wrap up here today, we just wanted to give a big congratulations to our friends over at the SmackDown Hotel for reaching 50,000 followers on Twitter. I'm sure most of you already know what these guys are all about, given that one of their founders is FAM's very own Andy Badwell, but for those of you who don't know who they are, then you've been seriously missing out over the last few years, as their website has been one of the best places on the internet for wrestling video game content. It's like a whole encyclopedia of wrestling video game facts and knowledge that we refer to all the time to help make our videos, including this one, so if you guys want to check them out, we'll leave a link to their stuff in the description down below. But anyway guys, that's going to do it for this video. Before you head off, we want to hear from you in the comment section down below, and that is, how do you feel about the pin system in WWE 2K22? Are you happy that they have both options available to you? Or do you maybe have a completely different idea to these two that you'd rather see instead? Let's hear all those thoughts in the comments down below, and while you're down there, don't forget to drop a like on the video and subscribe for more WWE 2K22 content. Thanks very much for watching this video guys, and we'll see you soon for another one.